Shut your goddamn
Y'all, I'm so freaking tired today. I'm holding this microphone purely for like decoration purposes because the input is not even in my phone.
I just joked the band director. I got a brand new saxophone.
I told myself today that I wasn't gonna do like mascara or anything, and I'll just use my glasses to like distract y'all. I feel like I should or could. Look at this. Okay. Oh, great. This is much better.
Let me just even this out. Don't make it worse. Where the frick is my camera? 5 PML right now. Girl. Oh my gosh. It's always something. It's always something.
I'm just gonna state. First of all, I have exams, state exams in 11 days, and I've lost 2 of my books currently. I don't know why I need to say this, I just want to say it, to be honest. I'm missing 2 books that I need to study because they're 2 of my first exams, and I've lost 2 of my books. Whew, and it's really stressing me out, and I can't study because I remember, damn, I don't have that 1 book, and then any motivation that was in my body just disappears. And second of all, this better be a short video. Why am I stating that? I'm trying to get straight to the point.
Well, you're not.
My second of all should be don't judge me, because I don't know at what point I'm going to sound delusional when telling this story, but just try your best not to judge me. I mean, it's really for the girls that get it, or the boys. Now, if you get it, you get it. Anyway, I've got a backdrop now.
I'm actually dead.
I have a guitar in the back, and it's Tim from Minions. Big these nuts. Alright. I feel like I had a script. Wait 1 second. We already lost 3% of my phone, and somehow my phone's always dying when I'm about to make a video. Somehow it's always something, because I get impatient waiting for my phone to die. I mean, waiting for my phone to charge. And the reason I was meant to film this video at the end of the day, because I was like, I'll get some study in and then I can just record. But yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna record before I go to bed. But then the clock hit 11, and then my sister was like,
Let's watch the new baby squad. Let's watch the nurse.
and then I ended up falling asleep because this is just a fun fact. I don't know, yesterday I was feeling so sick. Like, it was warm, but like I was overheating, and my head felt so, like, I felt like I was gonna pass out. Because we watched the video, I don't know at what point I fell asleep, but then I woke up and she was like, you were asleep for 5 minutes. I felt like I was in a deep slumber. And then when I tried to get up, like, I felt like I was gonna die. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the new pills that I've been put on. More on that in a second, but anyway, story time on how I'm trying to clickbait. Story time. Baby, I got a plan. This is graduation story time, but obviously it's not going to be about the whole graduation. I'm focusing on how, I want to say how my crush found out. Crush is such a crazy word. The guy I like found out that I was trying to make moves on him. And I say trying to make moves because initially it was going to be story time on how the guy I like found out that I like him, but some stories got changed along the way, and now I have the full story, so I'm gonna say it. Anyway, let me start. Okay. Was that tough? So, last Friday was graduation. Last Friday is in, oh my gosh, graduation is always all. So today is Saturday. Graduation was last Friday. Okay, that makes sense. Last Friday. Let me just set the scene. Basically, we had this dinner in school, lasted like 2.5 hours. Of course, I was late because I want to say black people, but every other black person in my year managed to get there on time, so maybe it's just my parents. So we got there, had the dinner. Afterwards, parents left because it was time for the freaking after party. we went to this bar, right? It was a lodge. It was a bar, okay? There was an upstairs area which was like rented out for the people graduating. And initially, you know, I got there, tried to ease in. My birthday was in a few days. I was feeling light. A friend bought me a drink because, you know, it was my birthday soon. Yeah, eased in, wasn't really feeling it yet. Did a bit of a, you know, a bit of a boogie. And oh my gosh, I should have, I missed an entire key point of the story. I'd been telling my friend, and this is the main friend in this story, the main friend that was like with me the whole night and kind of, anyway, she played a big part. So I'd been telling this friend I'm gonna try, I'm gonna try give things a go with this guy at graduation, because I won't be seeing him much again after graduation, and if I do, it's gonna be big gaps in between when I see him in person. And then I was getting so demotivated because there was this other person. I think I told you this in one of my like 2 videos.
Yeah, basically the whole party he was.
This is the guy
on her,
who I've liked for ages. It's actually been like a year, which feels not that long when I say it out loud, but it actually is long when I think about it, especially this year when I'm meant to be locked in on my work, and liking him has been such a distraction. So I said to her, I'm actually not gonna try. Like, I'm not gonna make moves, I'm not gonna do anything. I don't know what it was just bugging me. I felt like bugging me alive. I felt like he was still trying to get things moving with that other girl from like last year. But turns out I was wrong, which we found out at the after party. And also, to make things freaking worse, we had like the day of graduation, we were in school in the morning. We had this fun dress up. I'll see if I have clips from that. There was a sports like portion of this morning, and they randomly selected teams. And I was put on this buns ass freaking team. No hate, bro, but like, what the hell? I didn't talk to anyone on my team. I didn't know anyone on my team. Everyone on my team was fairly new actually to school, and they didn't really speak English. So I don't know who the hell put me on their team. I wasn't really enjoying myself. Half my team was actually missing. And guess what? The guy I like was on the same team as that girl he'd been pursuing just last year.
This is literally their story. Like, you know when you're like, it's randomly selected, or it's like you're being partnered up, you're like, I pray that I get on the same team as this person. That was literally, that's what I was thinking he was feeling. I was like, wow, he's definitely like celebrating right now. He's so happy that he's on her team.
From what I knew, he really liked her, but she didn't really like him that much. But I could be wrong. Oh my god, I pray to God that no one in my school ever finds this channel until I hit 1 milli. But yeah, anyway, so there was that, and I was like, I'm not doing it. And she was like, you have to, it's the last day. She was eager for me. She was eager for me to do it. She was like, okay, let's make a game. We both have to try and get with someone tonight at graduation. And here I was shaky. No experience in relationships, no romantic experience at all in my life ever. I was like, how the hell am I gonna do that? But I said okay, because, you know, it's graduation. Last night, a bit of fun, but my expectations were not the reality that I faced that day.
And he was even calling her his wife during the party, but maybe I decided to look over that.
After party, rented out room, lights flashing, people dancing, music pumping. I didn't see this guy for so long. But then after a few drinks, I'm walking around with my friend, we just conversating. I walk outside, there's this balcony area, right? So there's a main dancing place, and then you kind of walk into a hall, and then there's a hallway to go outside. We walked out this door. I don't know what I said, but I made a statement or something. I think maybe I said what the hell as I walked outside, because everyone was sat down. So I'm thinking, where's the party? Like, I said something, and then I freaking hear this guy I like. I feel like I should make a code name for him. It makes it way easier. But Tim, let's call him Tim. Anyways, I hear Tim repeat whatever the hell I said. He said it, and I turn around, and me and my friend kind of give each other the...
Cause it was a 2-man. Goofy ass nigga.
I have to tell the story knowing the end of it, because spoiler alert, it doesn't end well. So Tim and his friend, who I talk to more, I talk to Tim's friend more, let's call him
John.
I talk to John more than I talk to Tim. But it's easy for me to talk to Tim in a school setting. Hey, it was easy to talk to him now too. So they're both sat down. Me and my friend were like, yo, this is a crazy setup right now. So it was too easy. It was too easy.
I was just getting my dick sucked by Lil Phoebe.
So we walked out. He repeated what I said. And I'm like, oh my God, guys. Just so you know, I'm a bit like at this point already. But we just got a conversation going with Tim and John. I'm stood in front of Tim as he sat down. My friend stood in front of John. And she already let me know she thinks John is fine. See, John is fine. But I wasn't going after John because John has a bad history with the girls. And you know, it's just one big group conversation then. Conversation was flowing easy. That surprised me a lot, to be honest, the fact that we were able to keep that conversation going, because I don't know, I'm just such an awkward person, to be honest. And usually, even when I do talk to people at parties like that, or just in a situation where no one's really like sat down like to talk, you know, it's graduation, I'm expecting everybody to get it crunk. Because usually at parties, when I drink a little bit, I'll have a conversation with someone, but it lasts 10 seconds because they're going somewhere else. They're either going to dance or going to find somebody else. So some freaking gooner came out of nowhere. 6'7" gooner came out of nowhere, grabbed them both and said, let's get groovy. So they left to go dancing. But anyways, I didn't care. He was trying to enjoy his graduation. So was I. Me and my friend hang outside for a little bit. And then we go in to dance after. There's a little cool down because we couldn't look desperate. I wasn't trying to look like I was beelining towards them the entire night. I kept getting small conversations like this with Tim throughout the night. There was one point where he disappeared for like a long time, and I'm like, he's gone. The plan we failed already. Mission abort. Cause like and I was like, it's over. Like, it's not happening. My other friend said to me, I don't think it's happening with Tim tonight. And I'm like, I know. Because it was just a feeling I had. I was only doing this challenge because it was like, it's a bit of fun. My friend finds one of Tim's other friends. Let's call him Sean. Freaking, she was like, Sean said Tim is downstairs. He'll be back up in a minute. The biggest freaking smile. This is so sad. I don't want to be that male-centered person, but it's just like, if you know, when you like someone, you know. And it's not like I wasn't still enjoying my night. It's just, I had a mission, guys. I had a mission. So after a few minutes, me and my friends are dancing, you know, just enjoying, talking with a few people. Tim comes back up and I see him as he's coming back upstairs. And I want to reenact this for you guys. Ignore the fit, but I came up like this.
Hey, oh my God, where have you been? Oh my God, where have you been?
That's how I pulled up. Is that tough? This should be freaking camera, bro. Bum ass camera, bro. Yeah. That was a little exaggeration. I don't think I said oh my God that many times, but it was definitely in there. And I get this reaction back. It was like a,
Oh, I've been downstairs.
and immediately he asked me if I've seen 2 other people. So that should be my freaking warning. That should be my first sign to not speak to him again that night. But you know what? A girl didn't know what was going on around her. So I said, I don't know where those people are, and went about my freaking business. Top 10 most humbling moments of my life. I'm just kidding, I have way more to top of that list. So I kept seeing him, and I kept trying to speak, even if it was like the smallest things, like, oh, how come you're not doing this? How come are you doing this? Oh my gosh, this guy was probably like,
Get off my freaking ass, bro. Please.
y'all, I'm so embarrassed. Fast forward a little bit, we're back outside. Me and my friend are talking to some other guy, and it's a long ass table right here in the middle of the balcony area. And Tim is up somewhere, like he's up further on the table. Two of his other friends that we spoke to that night were gone, so he was left with one of his other friends, and then there was two other guys right there that he was talking to. Anyway, he calls over my friend, and I'm thinking, thinking the whole world revolves around me. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna confess his love. No, I'm joking. I didn't really know what was going on. Why do I sound like that one basketballer? Caitlin, what's her name? Caitlin Clark? But he calls her over, and I'm kind of stood there like an idiot. So, as I do, because I don't know this freaking guy that she's talking to, walk behind. So they're stood here like this. She's standing, he sat down, and then there's another guy who I think we suspect was trying to make a move on my friend because of the whole setup of the conversation. And I was kind of just a weasel in the back. So that was nice. That was really nice. I think at some point I said something to the guy sitting down in front of Tim, and he responded like this.
Who the hell is talking to you?
Sorry. Sorry for existing. The message was definitely received, so I sent my stupid ass DM, and I didn't speak that entire conversation. Whole time my head is just full of like, oh my god, he hates me, he doesn't want to talk to me. Not this freaking loser over here. I don't give a frick about him. I'm talking about Tim. Anyway, I don't care anymore because I don't care anymore. So they had their little conversation. I'm hearing Tim and his friend be like trying to get food. I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to walk home. I just want to get out of here. And I'm like, wow. They really not fucking with this place. Like, and I don't know, what am I even... After like 2 minutes, they get up, and then I'm hearing Tim be like, yeah, I'm trying to go. And Tim walks off. His friend is still here. Does some handshake with my friend, and then they're like, yeah, we're cutting, like, we're going. And I looked at my friend, I'm like, oh my god, I failed. And I don't know, I'm giving myself the ick remembering that whole night, but I was like, I didn't even get to say, I didn't do anything, because I was too scared to even go up to him and be like, freaking like you, okay? I like you. We're gonna hang out over summer, and we're gonna start dating. I was too scared to say that, so, I just completely shut down. I'm like, you know what? I hate myself. I failed. I couldn't do that. It was literally 3 words that I had to say minimum, and I couldn't do it. Anyway, my friend storms away over to Tim, and I try to grab her. I try to stop her. I'm like, no. I was like this. And then I realized, ooh, it's too late. So I like spin around, and there's a group of my friends behind me, and I just squat next to them, and I tell one of them, the one that told me it's not gonna work out with Tim tonight, I look at her, I'm like, she's just gone over. I'm pretty sure she's telling him everything. Anyway, after like what felt like 20 minutes of squatting there, bro, my ass was sore. My heels, everything, bro, I was in pain. Yeah, she came over after probably like 3 minutes of talking with him, and she pat me on the back. You know what that means. Rejection alert, rejection alert. Rejection alert! But she said to me, this was her version of the story first. She said,
so I basically went over, asked him if he would get with me.
As in herself.
And he said no.
And then she's like,
what would you get with Annabelle?
And then she told me, he said,
I think she's super freaking funny. Like, she's funny-ish. She's super nice.
Said something about the drums as well. And then he was like, but she said, his words were,
I don't want to be the guy that gets with someone once and never sees them again.
You can imagine I'm disappointed, but also after my disappointment sobering up, I'm thinking, damn. So if he wasn't going overseas, we'd really be like together. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, wow, so he thinks all of that of me, and if only we were gonna see each other again, he would.
Stupid.
That's what I'm thinking. But later on to find out that freaking story was fabricated. Oh! The story was fabricated. It was tweaked a little bit because she said she didn't want me to like overreact or be upset for the rest of the night because it was graduation night, and I understood that, but I sounded like a freaking idiot the rest of the night because I was like, wait, I'm just so confused. Why would he say no to you and then go on just praising me? That's probably what I sounded like to my friends because I was literally overanalyzing the entire conversation. I was thinking about it for the rest of the night, to be honest. I was probably buzzkill, but you know what, like, sorry guys, that's how my brain is. I think the day after graduation, I'm freaking out. I'm back up in this house, so you know how much space there is to move around. I was doing cartwheels, I was doing backflips, I was contorting my body in ways I didn't know I could move before. I was like, do I message him? What do I do? Like, what do I say? How do I clear this up? Because it wasn't clear to me from that story that I was told. I was like, it's not clear to me why he said that. There must be some kind of, why would he? So I messaged him. Sorry guys. So I messaged him after like 5 hours of preparing myself and messaging like 3 different people asking for advice. And then I messaged him. And I was waiting, bro, the wait felt so long because I've messaged him before and he replies like that. But I was waiting for like maybe an hour. I was waiting for an hour. He messaged me back when I was about to eat or something, or I was preparing food. And I told my sister about everything. And my phone was on the table next to her and she goes, Annabelle? Annabelle? I'm like, bro, my heart sinks to my ass. I'm like trying to play it off because my mom's like, what's that? What's she say? And I'm like, it's just, I don't know, like just a notification. And she's like, what is it? I'm like, I don't know. Like, why am I being spammed? You don't know I'm trying to tell a story. He was messaging me for a while. I was like, it's been like 2 minutes since you sent the first message. It doesn't take that long to explain it. But I opened the phone, I see like 5 messages, and it's basically, he just summarized the whole thing. He was like, she basically asked me if I thought you were good looking. And he was like, I said you're super funny and a nice girl. I forgot what else he said. There was some buffing it up, but anyway, basically said, I don't see you that way. Well, he did say, he said, I just don't see you that way. I wasn't even sad when I saw it. It was just like, okay, that's basically just, you know, summarizing what she said. It was just a different kind of, it was really different. So she said, she asked him if he would get with her and he said no, and then asked if he would get with me, and he went on and said all that. That didn't happen. She went up and asked if he thinks I'm good looking, and if he'd get with me or something like that. And then he responded saying she's funny, she's this, she's nice, and then was like, I don't see her that way. And then he also said even if I did, it would be a one-time thing and I wouldn't see her again. So that's what that part was about, him not wanting to be that guy. He didn't say it like that the first time, the first story. He didn't say it like that. Anyway, I was grateful for his clearing up. So I said, I was like, you know, thank you for clearing things up. That's fine. And then he was like, of course, you know, of course. And then he sent me a snap. This happened on Snapchat. And then I just replied with a sticker. I'll show you the sticker if I can. It's my favorite sticker to use. Anyway, I'm thinking case closed. But he snaps me again after I send that sticker. So I'm like, I don't snap people like that. Like, I don't like snapping. It's a huge effort for me, honestly. I see it as a burden, if I'm being honest. Only from specific people, though. I will snap my favorite people with no problem. But it's just like, I'll be forgetting that I even have Snapchat sometimes. But yeah, he snapped me again. So I'm like, okay, maybe I send a snap back. Because I'm thinking the sticker is a closed, like, case closed, the conversation is over. But then we start snapping back and forward. He snaps me like 5 times that day, I think. And it was nighttime as well. So I'm thinking, what the helly? Because, you know, some people see snaps as like a form of communication. I don't. It's literally just a picture of whatever the freak you're doing or your bum ass face. And honestly, what am I even saying, bro? I'm just trying to say that some people think too highly of snapping. Like, some people, it was what I was doing at that moment. Some people think snapping is like a way of, what the frick? Bro, I need to redo school. I actually need to retake school. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Snapping is basically useless, is what I'm trying to say. I hate snapping. I hate it. I hate it. These freaking footsteps are gonna make me crash out. So, yeah, we snap a bit, and he's snapping back fast. I'm talking about in it. I'm talking about like 5 minutes would pass and he'd snap me back, which is quick to me because I take like 10 hours sometimes. I was literally saying to my friend, I called my other friend, I told her the whole story about graduation, and then I was saying to her, I don't know how long the snapping is gonna last because we never snapped before. So I'm like, why is he snapping me now after finding out I was trying to get with him, which I'll clear up in a second. Yeah, I was like, I don't know how long it's gonna last. I'm already tired. Anyway, I'm already tired of snapping him. And it wasn't even because like I really do like this guy. So it wasn't anything to do with him. It was just like, why are we snapping now? And like, it just felt so stupid. Like, I was obviously happy because I'm like, wow, the guy like is sending me face snaps and he looks, yo, I really still like him, honestly. The first snap he sent me was an unfiltered snap of his face, and then the second one he was using this bum ass ogre filter, and that was when I snapped him back using my favorite 05 filter on Snapchat, and he started using that one too. So I'm like, so he's not multi-snapping me. I don't know why I became one of those freaking, I don't know why I became one of those fiends, Snapchat fiends, that overanalyze every snap and check when somebody's online and check. I became that for a second and I was like, what the freaking hell, this is not me. I actually really don't like just snapping people without messaging because it really means nothing to me. But some people have gone on and being like, snapping is really, you don't understand. Some people really value their snaps. Like, all right, bro, that's all you. You're not going to convince me that snapping has any meaning to it without actually communicating with somebody through words, okay? He snapped me so many times that day. And then when I woke up, there was a snap from him too. So I'm like, so we're still snapping. It's not over. It's not over. It's not even a real song. I saw him in school and we were walking passing each other like that in some long ass hallway, but I was with my friend, so it was easier to kind of, I didn't want to pretend he wasn't there, but he didn't look at me, so I was like, that's what we're doing. After school, no, I was still in the class actually, because the teacher was having this triple physics, so I saw my phone light up and it was a snap from him. No, I sound crazy keeping tabs on it. That's why I don't like verbalizing this stuff, because it's like, it makes more sense in my head, because no one's gonna judge me for sounding crazy. Currently undelivered for 4 days. Anyway, doesn't matter because I don't even care. Speak it into existence. So yeah, that's the graduation story on how I basically was feeling over the guy like for the entire night, just to get rejected and hear a story that wasn't real and then have it cleared up by him, which then changed my entire perspective on the whole thing. Then we proceeded to snap for a while, and now I've been undelivered for 4 days. Let's freaking go. What the hell? My only annoyance now, like, I thought after having things cleared up by him, what's it called, I'd be able to lock in, you know, focus a bit more on school, and just you know, have that kind of closure, I guess. But it's not really working because now I'm thinking, so he doesn't even know that I liked him. I mean, he could probably guess and suspect it, but my friend literally said to me like 2 days ago, she tried her best to not make it look like I liked him. So it would only look like I was trying to get with him, which is really pissed me off because I would have been happy if I didn't. Which I didn't, and I'm not happy. What? I'm just saying that's not what I wanted. I just wanted to tell him, like, hey, I've liked you for a while. You're a really cool guy. And honestly, I didn't want it to seem like I was just trying to have a one-time thing with him, which is what he took away. Which is what he took away from that. So that's great. And now that's bothering me too. Just him, he might not even be thinking about it right now because honestly, I'm not even a thought in his mind. I bet you $5 because I've been using Snapchat more recently and I posted some things on my story and he's seen everything. And yet he hasn't opened my Snap. So I'm literally just a number in his phone, which kind of I hate. Which is exactly what I thought when he started snapping me. I'm like, I'm just a number now for your Snap score. Anyways, so he thinks I was just trying to have a one-time thing with him and he don't know that I really liked him. I'm gonna be listening to loads of Live Eye. Sorry. I'm gonna be listening to loads of SZA and crying. Actually, I'm not gonna force myself to cry. If it happens, it happens. I haven't even sobbed about the whole thing yet. I just kind of had a deep thinking session where I listened to SZA and kind of just got pissed off at everybody in my house for bothering me. Okay, I'm so scared. This is just like a end of video note. I'm so scared that I'm gonna become more depressed because I've been put on birth control pills to stop my anemia, to help my anemia, to fix it. So for the next 6 months, I have to take this freaking pill every single day at the same time. Loads of girls and women take it, so it's not this crazy thing, but I'm just scared because I know people develop tumors and cysts in their wombs from taking this pill. But I asked ChatGPT if like what the chances are of me developing something like that over a period of 6 months, and it said chances are low, and after you stop taking it, chances start to disappear again of developing a cancer or something like that. So I'm kind of scared, and I've also been put back on iron. Yay, my poop is gonna be black and hard. Anyway, if I become more depressed, there's just gonna be an excuse now for my parents to be like, you're only feeling that way. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you it's because of the pills they put you on. Even though I've expressed to them multiple times that I don't feel good even before taking these pills. So I'm just so excited for that. I don't know if what I'm feeling now is the pills kicking in because I've been taking them for a week, or if it's literally just old feelings resurfacing. And I was also gonna tell my, I don't know if I've said this on here before, I have a therapist, guys. It's a free therapist. I have a free therapist. And I saw her 2 days ago and I expressed to her how, I just said it upright because in previous appointments I've said I have the trouble focusing, regulating emotions, and I just said to her 2 days ago, I think I have ADHD. Because I was gonna say that and that was gonna be my closing line, and then I would just stop having sessions with her because honestly they're not really helping. So I just wanted to stop going. Yeah, this has nothing to do with the story time. I just wanted to say this because I'm not gonna make a whole video dedicated to it. But it's really annoying now because there's always gonna be, God forbid, there's gonna be this feeling for I don't know how long of just trying to get over this guy. And on top of that, it's gonna be the stress for the leaving cert, which is in 11 days. And then after that, it might be the stress of I didn't do well enough in my exams, and then that sadness, and then this feeling about being ugly, and then this feeling about being fat, and then this feeling about being black, and then this feeling that I don't have a head, this feeling, just gonna be a build up of things, and then the birth control possibly adding to that, and there's a chance I'm gonna get acne, and my skin already isn't great, so I'm so freaking excited for this. I'm so excited to get acne. I'm so excited. And there's a chance of my hair like thinning as well, but I already have really thick hair. Maybe it's gonna be a good thing. Anyway, surprise, happy birthday. That's all that information about me that you didn't need, but now you have it. Anyways, bye guys. Support me on my journey of getting over this guy. I don't know how many years it's gonna take. Bye.
Will you be mine? Can you be mine? If you love me hardcore, then don't walk away. It's a Game Boy. I don't wanna play, I just wanna be